What's going on YouTube? This your boy Mike and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be doing something different. Today I'm going to be doing a reaction video to Chills. Let me have to roll the window up and all that. For the noise and whatnot. But yeah, I'm doing a reaction video to Chills. Let's see what this is. Top 10 scary videos not to be easily afraid of, and yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video, man.
Do you crumple up in fear at the mere thought of something scary? Then these videos are not.
I ain't watched a scary movie in a minute. I mean, not a scary movie, a scary video in a minute.
We've all done it, almost choked on something while distracted. But what should you do if you find yourself in this position while you're alone? This CCTV footage shows how a guy almost passed away while prepping a restaurant to open. The guy is doing his rounds, wiping down tables and getting everything in order, when suddenly he slows down, hitting his chest a couple times. It's clear something is going wrong, but he doesn't seem too concerned yet. He attempts to continue with his tasks for a moment, but then realizes this is serious. Walking to the middle of the floor, he bends to touch his knees and appears to be trying to stay calm. As he continues to pound his chest and bend over, trying to eject the piece of gum that's lodged in his throat, he starts to panic. He cannot breathe. He attempts to shout for help, but nothing comes out.
It would have been scarier if I did this at night.
And getting increasingly unsteady from lack of air, he attempts to give himself the Heimlich with his hands. Still nothing. He then positions a chair to give him the Heimlich, bending over it and trying to fall the right way, having already gone a couple minutes without breathing. He does this a few times. No luck. It's starting to look like a lost cause, but at the last second, the gum ejects from his throat. He is able to stand up again and looks incredibly relieved, as he should. He nearly passed away from a piece of gum. Before we go any further, this video is sponsored by Hunt a Killer. It's a horror subscription game. Each season is made up of 6 boxes or episodes, and each box is full of realistic evidence, maps, police reports, and more, to provide a horrifying and immersive experience. It's like a horror movie in a box, and you're the main character. Since I've been cooped up, I always just end up on the couch, scrolling on my phone and binging TV shows. But I just found my newest binge-worth obsession. Hunt a Killer has just come out with a Blair Witch game that gets shipped to my door every month. Here's the story. Rosemary Kent, a woman who lives on the edge of the infamous Black Hills Forest, needs your help to find her missing son. To reunite the Kent family, you must investigate the mysterious forest yourself. Will you face down the horror of the Blair Witch and those who serve her? Hunt a Killer's murder mystery game already has 100,000 active subscribers and over 2,000 5-star reviews, so you know they're good at telling stories, and this is maybe their best one yet. They sent me a box last month, and I've been really enjoying how much detail has been put into this game. Right now you can go to huntakiller.com/chills and use code CHILLS for 20% off your first box. Again, make sure to use code CHILLS for a 20% discount. Can you survive the curse of the Blair Witch? Number 9, out of the corner of your eye. While exploring an abandoned house, make note of what happens in your periphery. Published in March of 2021, the footage you're about to see was recorded in France around 11 p.m. as a pair of paranormal investigators round the corner of a dark, empty room. They discover that it isn't empty after all. Just beyond a picture that's leaning against the wall, a figure moves quickly out of sight as the light falls upon it. It happens so fast that it's difficult to see what the figure even is.
Yeah,
it appears as though it's crouched slightly as it rises up before pulling out of view. The two-man crew approaches the hallway to investigate, but there's nothing there. Did it somehow soundlessly disappear into one of these rooms? Or as we suspect, did it disappear into thin air? Number 8, Boardwalk. While investigating an old schoolhouse, this group's trail camera caught this unexplained happening, posted to the Ghosts subreddit. Key consequence 768
This is why you're supposed to watch it at night.
What we're looking at here. We had come from the first classroom, walking towards the second classroom. This is a light in the doorway on the left, just as the board jumps up. The board that he's talking about is a piece of plywood set in a doorway. It shudders long after they've entered the room, so it can't be a reverberation of the crew having walked on it. Further, as the Redditor said, a strange light appears in the window of the door, as if someone that was standing there left at that very moment. Although the Redditor says he and another member of his crew were the only 2 people in the house, it looks like they weren't alone. Number 7, the hike of no return. Are you willing to risk your life for a thrill? Before you put on your hiking shoes, watch this video of Huashan Mountain, published to YouTube in June of 2018. An unsubstantiated rumor is that the mountain takes 100 lives annually, and after watching this footage, it certainly seems plausible. Pedro writes, once you are going up the mountain, there is not much protection for you. One of the most difficult parts of the hike is the cliffside plank walk. You are quite literally walking the plank, hanging on to the side of a mountain peak for dear life. Pedro notes that it's one of the mountain's most popular attractions, and there's often a 3 or more hour queue to walk the plank. As you can see in the video, when Pedro arrives at the plank, he's one among many climbers hanging onto a rusty old chain as they take their precarious steps along the piece of broken wood. A 7,070-foot drop lies below. Pedro says some people take off their harness in order to capture better photos, hence the risk of the mountain. Climbing the mountain is enough of a risk, makes you wonder, is a photo really worth your life? Number 6, secret basement. What's beneath your floorboards? This clip was originally posted by TikTok user Unfortunate Existence. The TikToker was replacing her carpets in her home when she came across a secret trap door, captioned, when you pull the carpet off your floor and find a basement you never knew about. The footage reveals that the secret door led into a secret cellar. Admittedly, the creepiest thing about discovering a hidden room in your home is the question of why that room was kept hidden, but we'll get to that only after we've explored it. The basement is equipped with a set of wooden stairs, so it looks as though its location was known by the past tenant or owner and the basement was used. The TikToker captures her first descent into the secret room on video. There's nothing much in the room but a bucket in one corner, a garbage bag that appears to be empty under the stairs, an old chair and desk behind the stairs, and a disassembled bed frame. There's also a large red liquid splatter on one side of the room, which the TikToker calls a little concerning. She notes that it doesn't smell decent down there. When all appears to be relatively normal, the cellar light suddenly switches on, throwing a wrench into her investigation. Does someone know that she's there? That's more than a little concerning. Number 5, Serbian storm. Imagine cruising down a highway in Serbia when this apocalyptic storm slams down upon you out of nowhere. That's what happened to this individual. He notes that he was driving from Belgrade to Novi Sad on a typical day in Serbia without any warning signs that rain was coming, and not just any rain. He writes, in just minutes everything changed. He said that the crazy storm shook their car like a piece of paper, threw loads of trash onto the highway, and almost sent them sliding off the road. As you can see this happening in the video, as the storm clouds darken and a whole lot of debris starts flying around. The storm sweeps up loads of dust, reducing visibility to nothing in a matter of seconds. Many of the cars start flashing their emergency lights and decide to play it safe and pull over. Within minutes, they're forced to stop and wait out the storm. It looks like they're sitting in the middle of nature's car wash, only instead of clean water, a barrage of dirt is being thrown at them. Although the video only lasts 2 minutes, Lorand writes that the storm lasted about 20 before the skies cleared to blue again. Number 4. Abandoned Mini Golf. This mini golf course is haunted by so many golfers who didn't win their round. Published to YouTube by Urban Ghosts Urban Exploration in April of 2021. Joe, Rob, and Kate are up for a course
not going on no ghost
as they
investigation.
explore this abandoned mini golf in the middle of a lightning storm. The whole thing kicks off with nothing but whispers. In the beginning, as they explore a room that's been torn apart, you can hear this whispering in the background. As they continue to explore,
I be
there's
believing in
another
stuff like
voice
that.
It sounds like it
I had
says,
a ghost
"That's
whisper to me
creepy,"
before,
as they come
so-
across a stuffed teddy bear. Joe notes that the teddy bear wasn't here when he last visited the place. As they move glass off the teddy a
Somebody
short
was
while
in there
later,
squatting.
2 distinct knocks are heard. Despite this, they continue exploring. At this point, in a darkened room, 2 lights shine clearly above Joe's head, but these could either be a passing vehicle's headlights shining through a window, or they might be from one of the crew's devices. At the same time, it sounds like a faint voice is heard.
Either road noise or somebody potentially walking around out there, and I think subtle whispers.
As Joe is talking, a short while later, something or someone is heard speaking over him.
Necrophonic app, I'm gonna
The voice is loud but muddled, and the crew seems to have heard it coming from outside the room. They decide to explore the ceiling air shaft. For a moment, you can hear weird laughter.
Who's up there?
Later, while filming inside the same air shaft, a distinct boom is heard which causes Kate to let out a terrifying scream. This, of course, scares the entire crew. Later, whispers are heard in the air shaft again. Then they film up inside the air shaft. This is when you can hear a muffled female voice.
Oh, hell no.
It sounds like it's saying move on back shortly after. Another knocking sound. The crew believes there's a spirit up in the air shaft. They are listening deeply, and at this point it sounds like a woman singing, but they don't appear to hear her on site. YouTuber Stella Gomez also notes that the sunray has been moved against the wall at the end of the video. It wasn't there to begin with, so unless the crew moved it, then who did? Being as they usually don't disturb anything, its movement is all the more disturbing. Is the lady in the air shaft toying around with them? Number 3, rocking chair. Grandma, is that you? Published to YouTube by Mordeka's Captured Moments in April of 2021. Mordeka writes, "One night years ago, the chair on my friend's porch was rocking on its own. The video shows an old wooden rocking chair standing outside a pair of wooden framed glass doors. The chair begins rocking in an unusual fashion, not like it's been disturbed by a breeze or knocked by something, but as though someone is sitting in it, rocking and halting according to whim. Apparently, this isn't the only scary incident that occurred in Mordeka's friend's house. She responds to a YouTuber that her house was so deeply scary that she never let anyone know how scared she really was. Thankfully, she moved 2,000 miles away from this haunted place. All she can hope for is whoever is rocking that chair didn't follow." Number 2, creature sighting. This footage, published by Paranormal World in August of 2019, shows a scenic mountain and forest opposite an overpass. After completing a full 360 to take it all in, the camera falls to the cars whizzing past below before returning to the mountain. This time, the mountain isn't the only thing carving out the sky. A Godzilla-like creature peeks out from behind the mountain. At first, one might mistake it for the mountain itself, but it slowly begins to move, voiding that theory. While many in the comments say this is a good edit,
CGI.
some are more concerned by the man's reaction. YouTuber Dap writes, "If there is a Godzilla, you are running, not chewing gum." That's probably true, although other people note that the creature is friendly, so perhaps the cameraman had no need to fear him. Still, seeing a creature
Imagine
the
something
size
like
of a
that really do
mountain
exist.
would probably
That'd be
get your
crazy.
heart pumping. Friendly or not, I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Missing but found. The first 72 hours after someone goes missing is crucial. That's why when a girl went missing in Oak Hill, Florida, the sheriff's department took to the streets immediately to find her. Published to YouTube by WESH2 News in February of 2021, this body cam footage shows the very moment that the girl was found. When the girl's grandmother notified authorities after she hadn't returned home after school or attended her basketball game, Sheriff's Deputy Royce James searched from motel to find her. The girl's friend had given him a lead. The missing girl had been planning to meet with someone at a hotel that she'd met online. The body cam footage shows the deputy checking each and every motel in the area. After requesting information from several front desk people, he finally arrives at the right hotel. He knocks on the door of the suspect, claiming he's from the front office. When the 22-year-old suspect opens the door, he's told to back up and go sit on the couch. The room is dark, but soon the girl comes running out from the next room and hugs the officer. He kindly tells her to wait in the bedroom for a moment and questions the suspect after making sure the girl is all right. Backup is on the way, and when they ask how old the suspect is over the radio, Deputy James replies, "Too old." The girl had been lured by the suspect over the internet and was charged and taken into custody. Thanks to Deputy James, this girl was found. Get ready for some scary videos that only the bravest people can finish, along with my live reactions.
Alright, man. Did that scare any of y'all? It didn't really scare me. I was just watching it. Some of the stuff I couldn't even see because I got the glares going on and sounds going on and all this kind of stuff like that. But I did enjoy it. These are the type of videos that I actually do watch, or used to watch or whatnot. I used to watch him, Chills, Snoop, all them videos like that right there. But if you did like this video, go ahead, give this a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And without further ado, it's your boy, I'm out. Peace.